Several look here.
Thank you.
A big clap to this perfect panel. We move immediately to music. If people have wondered how to get a break in the music industry, how to become a background singer, how to really be a musician, this next panel answers these questions.
Anything but quick, but I'll try and keep the answers short because the clock is going. So no, I had not imagined doing anything that I do these days. I was actually studying to be a doctor, post which I did my graduation in English literature. I did my MBA, and voila, I was in advertising, and now I'm here. As a TV host, which is something that I've loved. Over 2 decades, I've tried to hone those skills. A little bit of acting, a little bit of this and that. But whatever I do, I had never imagined when I started out that this is where I would turn up. So yeah, life is full of surprises, and none of you will be doing what you're doing today. In the next 10 years, I can write it down on paper.
That's a good thing, but right?
It's a great thing.
It's a great thing. Yeah. Minnie was telling us a fascinating story about how she was in medical college and ended up doing a lot of theatre and a lot of drama, and then she realized that she had to pick, and she chose,
you realize it's only when you get experience and you get a sort of exposure to the different aspects that you can really find your calling. And I never thought that I would, pick performing arts as my career, but I did discover aspects of myself during the whole process of undergraduate, experiences, and I just thought that I would like to spend some more time dwelling on each of those, Namit, and I think it was well worth it.
Great choice. Good choice. So while Minnie was, contemplating her career choices in medical
Theatre, that's fine. But it was never going to be a profession until I felt that it was being taken away from me. So once I graduated and I started working and I was in a job, and that's when the writing bit was being taken away from me, which is what brought me back. It's like kind of, how when you fire an arrow, you have to pull it back a little bit.
That was deep. Nakuul, was it always acting for you, or was it something else?
I knew I always wanted to be in a room with people who are better, more intelligent, smarter than me, and I am in one today, so I actually designed this for myself.
Very kind.
No, really, I mean, all of you, wonderful talents, artists in your own rights. I actually, Namit, always wanted to do something which involved working with people, and I wanted my work to reach out to people, and I didn't know if it would be by being an actor alone. I was very academically inclined and wanted to do a double master's. Eventually I only got one. Thankfully, otherwise the industry would have thought I'm too qualified to do this job. But I still don't know what I want to do. So whilst the world might know me as the guy who does a lot of television, I also write. I want to direct, and that's something which is like a deep passion. I produced something early on in my career. When people said, "Abhi, pehle actor ban ja." I also do poetry. I am also very, very appreciative of the government, appreciative in quotes. So I try to live my life as a citizen, touching upon different areas, using my art as a means to communicate or express what I'm going through at that particular time. So I don't really know if this is what I wanted for myself. But I'm on a journey to find out, and I'm very happy where I am right now.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because that is the whole thought that I had while curating this panel, is that career reinvention may be difficult in other streams, but in media entertainment, it's possible to reinvent yourself right till the day you decide to, hang up your boots, because there are so many opportunities available to somebody if they're inspired to do what they want to do on the day they wake up, on every single day. Vaibhav, how has it been for you as a creative executive, started very early, and a man of many different talents? tell us a little bit, tell everyone a little bit about your journey.
इससे पहले मैं कॉन्टेक्स्ट जो आपने पकड़ा था उसके साथ जाता हूँ कि whether I wanted to be what I am today, वो जो एक फिल्म में जो डायलॉग था कि किसी चीज़ को बहुत शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात आपको उससे मिलाने के लिए जुट जाती है। मेरे साथ बिल्कुल उल्टा हुआ। माई पेरेंट्स वर विद ऑल इंडिया रेडियो, तो आकाशवाणी के स्टूडियोज़ में पड़े होते वक्त द वन थिंग आई डिड नॉट वांट टू डू वाज टू बी इन मीडिया। तो कायनात ने बोला आजा बेटा, तो मैं ज़रा अपनी पावर दिखाते हैं। आई स्टडीड एनवायरमेंटल साइंसेस, आई जॉइंड द इंडियन आर्मी, I had to quit the Indian Army. I came out, did an MBA, still thinking I will give it a miss, but here I am, 22, 23 years later. I am accused of being a producer, writer, whatnot. So that's how it kind of played out for me. Creative executive became a little bit of like it was a corridor of uncertainty for me. For about the first full decade of my career, I actually had no idea what I wanted to do. And एक अच्छी चीज़ ये होती है, जैसे मैंने बोला, I wanted to go to the army, I was in the army, I had to come out. When you start something with a setback, the one thing you become is fearless. Nothing matters, nothing can scare you. So even if you have momentary anxieties or if you have doubts or whatever it is, you're like, anyway, what I wanted, I don't have it. So what more will I lose? So then you take punts on what you could be. And I think the first 10 years, like I said, of not knowing what I exactly wanted to be, let me be many things. And by being many things, I realized एक ज़िंदगी में जितनी ज़िंदगियों के मज़े लिए जा सकते हैं, वो इस बिजनेस से ज़्यादा शायद किसी और बिजनेस में पॉसिबल
नहीं है, absolutely.
So that's where my yeah.
But there must have been like with as much love, passion, dedication, like it's the last thing you're going to do. Yeah. Nakuul, you were doing things before you became a TV actor. You are doing things like writing, producing. You want to direct. What are the qualities? Vaibhav's pointed out a few things, Vinny's pointed out a few things. What are the qualities that you would like to hold on to 20 years from now when you're doing many other things? What are your cornerstones for yourself, personal cornerstones?
So they both actually said actually something which I completely espouse is being insanely curious about things, about people, about the job you do, about the job they do. I think all of that, and that's what I think keeps you grounded as a learner, and that's something I look forward to in every job I do, every interaction I have. So I remember when I was probably like the average mean age of this room possibly is in the early 20s. And when I was in my early 20s, I was told that networking is the only way. अगर आप इस इंडस्ट्री से नहीं हो, आपके बाप परदादा यहाँ से नहीं है, आप नेटवर्क करो, पार्टी करो, लोगों से मिलो. And I realized it was the worst advice anyone could sort of give, right? And I went through a couple of years of trying to fit in, feeling not good enough. I was like, oh, I'm not tall enough to be a leading man. Oh, I was told, oh, you have light eyes, you look like a foreigner, how will you get work here? I did a portfolio with black lenses. I went through that phase. And I think something eventually flipped. I also had a similar experience. I saw failure very early on in my life. And after that, you realize that I actually found the why of why I wanted to be a creative professional or an actor. That was to be able to engage with people. And I think when I realized that, I realized all these labels कि अब मुझे Bollywood का actor बनना है, या film या TV या theater.
Those become irrelevant that day.
Irrelevant, right? And I wanted to, just like Vinny said, I wanted to like a pilot, if you have more flying hours, you're better. I said, I want to be a worker and just become the best at this. And like today my mission statement is, I mean, I make fun of it, but like it is your mother's favorite TV star. But but it's not a funny thing for me. It's a genuine thing. I don't want to be your favorite because your taste and preference will change. But if I get your mother's interest, I would number one get her blessings for the rest of my life, and I would have an audience for the rest of my life, right? But like everything comes down to really wanting to see And what I've learned that you don't have to network, be genuinely interested in things. And if you're genuinely interested, इससे मेरा क्या फायदा हुआ, क्या मिलेगा, उससे जिंदगी आगे बिल्कुल नहीं बढ़ती है ना?
बिल्कुल नहीं, बिल्कुल.
I'll just add one thing to. I don't have many ideals to speak of myself, but just to add to this, I feel one of the key ideals which has worked for me is hard work all across. Because I've been lucky, yes, to get the work that I'm getting, but it's also the hard work. Because at the end of the day, you have to realize that what do you have within you? It's your talent, your skill, and how you can present it. I may not be the best screenwriter in the country. I'm not the best screenwriter anywhere. But I can assure you that I'll be the most hardworking one. I'll work as hard as possible, and that's a cornerstone which has worked for me to continuously work hard, which other people can see eventually. And eventually, I think hard work does manage to beat your luck also.
Cut through, yeah, it does. Actually, it's close to what Weber said, right? I mean, for what he said was being there is the most important thing. Being there on that particular day. It's so hard work equates to that, right? You're just there, you're getting up, you're doing your thing, and one day it will be luck, fate, networking, you know, all of that. Being committed 100%, as Vinny said, and then being curious, as Nakuul said. This is a t-shirt. This calls for a.
Yeah, it calls
for a t-shirt. It does call for a t-shirt.
But you know, Amit, I mean, I'm sorry to sort of, you may have another point you want to make, but we are talking about you can be anything that you want to be, and what are your options? How do you renew your career options? To my mind, the one thing that you have to do is not be in a hurry to make it. Not be in a hurry to be successful the week after you start. I think everything needs a certain amount of lag time, and everyone must have patience. I mean, ये कहानियाँ होती है बॉम्बे में कि वो struggle चल रही है 10-10 साल तक. There is something to be said about putting in the legwork into anything you do. Today you have so many creators on Instagram who are only sort of working because of the app. My point is, don't try and you know, be successful with like, oh, I already have like 1 million followers, so I'm something and I've achieved what I've. It's not that. You have to keep at honing your craft. And then even if Instagram collapses, you still have that body of work.
You can be around.
You're around, and you can change it. You can be a writer, a screenwriter, a producer, an actor, a TV host, whatever. You know, you can flip between whatever you want to sort of pursue. But
There is no retirement age in the media industry. Martin Scorsese just premiered his film at 80 last night. So
yeah. And what he said about Kurosawa was fantastic. He said that I'm now figuring why Kurosawa said something when he won the Oscar at 83, that I'm just getting, you know, I'm just learning a few things. And he's like, at 80 I'm feeling him, because when I was very young and Kurosawa won the Oscar, I was wondering, why is this man talking like this, you know?
At 83, why is he saying that?
Yeah,
and now I'm realizing it.
Yeah, so I think what Sudeep said was exactly why I thought that could be a wrap for our conversation in that sense, because everybody has a long way to go. It's a big, wide, open field, and careers in media entertainment can be made, broken, renewed over not just years but decades, you know. And one bad day should not discourage anyone. Just some fun stuff, guys. Weber, what is more important when you meet someone, discipline or talent?
I won't answer it. 20% talent and 80% temperament.
Yeah. So temperament over talent.
Yes, it is. But the thing is, what passes off for talent, if it is true and potent, 10% we bought.
Kafi.
So we should not over-democratize talent, is how I look at it. So if 20% talent and 80% temperament, you're there. Thanks.
So you're picking temperament over talent.
It's a mix. You can't
It has
pick
to be
one.
a mix.
But everything in this business is about people management. It's
Yes.
about how you treat people, and on the way up and on the way down. And you will meet them on your way down. Let's be very, very sure. So you better treat them well when you're going up. So I
So
think
the
it's-
next one is for you, Mini. What is more important, hustle or ethics?
Oh, ethics, any day. The hustle you have to, put in anyway. But for me, someone who has ethics in their work, it's gonna show, and you may reach the end point later, but you're gonna make it.
If you were a younger version of yourself,
Nakuul. I mean, I'm still young, man.
okay,
अपनी बात करो.
okay, Nakuul at 10, chalo. If you met Nakuul at 10 today, what would you tell him?
Don't judge yourself.
Nice.
Be easy on yourself. I
Nice.
think I think my greatest critic is myself, and I've been very, very tough on myself. And I love Nadal, right? So I always like draw parallels. You work so hard, but keep pushing. Not celebrate. It's not yet. Not yet. I think it took the pandemic and a few years into life for me to realize that no, you got to celebrate every day. You got to celebrate a good day at work with not necessarily an award. You don't need to celebrate life and an award comes or recognition comes. You need to celebrate. And I wish I could tell myself, relax, it's okay. Acting ही करनी है ना, मतलब अपने आप को इतना seriously मत ले. काम कर, but seriously.
I think it's the best kind of learning that comes with failure, success, with the pendulum of that. One last question to Sudeep, and then maybe we have a few minutes for questions from the audience if everyone's excited about doing this.
And I see you that you have like multiple interests in life. And as I'm 21 year old, I'm a law student, I'm a filmmaker, I try to write as well.
Wow.
So right now I'm confused, like what should I pursue, where should I go? Like it is like a hard decision for me. Can you like help me with this?
Darshal, where are you from?
I'm from Mumbai.
Okay, amazing. You had a good education till now?
Yeah.
Listen, if I was you, it was 21, and I've had the privilege of decent education, and I can finish my education and take a sabbatical and travel the country. I'm not saying exotic travel. देश को घूमो, लोगों से मिलो, अलग-अलग कल्चर से परिचित हो. आप जितना इंडिया के बारे में सीखोगे, जितना जुगाड़ के बारे में सीखोगे, जितना देश प्रेम के बारे में सीखोगे, I think that will come in handy in anything you choose to do. And it's amazing you have so many interests. I want to be you at 21, man. You're amazing, Darshal.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Finish your law degree, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, all the best, Darshal.
Parents,
Thank you
best
so much.
advice.
Thank you so much.
Yes, who's next? We had a couple of more hands. Yeah, the gentleman in the yellow shirt. We'll get to you as well.
Because
Last
the
row,
lady
we
now,
will.
you can't have two gentlemen back to back.
Okay.
So, hello Shiva sir. Oh, sorry. Nakuul sir.
Nakuul.
Actually, the character has gone into my head now, so इसलिए.
It's in everyone's head.
Thankfully, it didn't go to my head. I'll be behaving like, hey, this is जवाब दे.
No, because I really love the show और वही एक show है जो मैंने पूरा अच्छे से देखा है. So, सर मेरा आपसे ये सवाल है कि like before entering into media, आपके like life में कभी भी ऐसा हुआ है कि करियर में बहुत सारे मल्टीपल ऑप्शन जो कि कॉमनली होते रहते हैं, तो क्या आपने कभी फेस किया है कि नहीं यार ये करना चाहिए, वो करो, या मतलब मीडिया से हट के इंजीनियरिंग हुआ या डॉक्टरी हुआ, कभी ऐसा हुआ है कि भाई इसमें क्या करना चाहिए, उसमें क्या करना चाहिए?
थैंक यू. आपका नाम क्या है?
प्रियांश सिन्हा.
प्रियांश, थैंक यू इस सवाल के लिए. मेरी ज़िंदगी में सबसे बड़ा मेरा रोड ब्लॉक जो मेरा खुद का था, वो मैं पढ़ाई में बहुत अच्छा था. और जब आप पढ़ाई में अच्छे होते हो और आप एक मिडिल क्लास फैमिली से बिलोंग करते हो, तो आप अपने ऊपर खुद प्रेशर बना लेते हो. मेरे पेरेंट्स ने कभी नहीं दिया कि आपको पढ़ाई करनी है और यू हैव टू डू समथिंग फॉर योर फैमिली. एंड क्योंकि मैं पढ़ाई में अच्छा था, मैंने सोचा मैं अमेरिका जाऊंगा और वहाँ पे बिजनेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की डिग्री लूँगा. एंड मुझे स्कॉलरशिप भी मिल गई. मैं 10 दिन, मेरा वीज़ा भी लग गया था, मैंने सूटकेस भी खरीद लिया था. जाने के 10 दिन पहले मैंने अपने पिताजी से फाइनली हार्ट टू हार्ट बात की और कहा कि बनना तो एक्टर है, पर अगर मैंने इसके लिए लोन लेके 4 साल पढ़ाई की, फिर 4 साल और मुझे वो लोन उतारना पड़ेगा, मैं अपनी ड्रीम से 8 साल और दूर हो जाऊंगा, इस देश से बाहर चला जाऊंगा, क्या ये सही होगा? इसे तो कर जो तुझे करना है, क्या तू जो पढ़ने जा रहा है वो यहाँ कर सकता है? ऐसे हाँ, तो वो भी कर और साइड में थिएटर भी कर. ऐसे हाँ. तो सबसे बड़ा रोड ब्लॉक मेरा खुद का था कि मैं पढ़ाई में अच्छा था, जो कि बहुत अच्छी चीज़. तो मैं श्योर नहीं था मैं एक्टर बनना चाहता हूँ, पर आई थिंक मैंने पढ़ाई की और साथ में थिएटर किया, बैक स्टेज किया, चीज़ें सीखी और कहीं ना कहीं लोग मिलते गए और अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ आई और आई कैन नाउ से आई वाज द राइट प्लेस एट द राइट टाइम, बट आई रियली वर्क हार्ड एट दैट पॉइंट. सो या.
थैंक यू सर.
one last question since time's up, and Nakuul said we have to take a question from a girl. First row, the lady, that's on the second seat. Can we get the mic to her, please? Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Mansi Agrawal. So my question is from the Nakuul sir. मैंने आपके इंटरव्यूज देखे थे, उसमें आपने बोला था that
यहाँ पर 3 बहुत ही अमेजिंग पैनलिस्ट है. मेरे को बाहर मिल लेना, इनका टाइम यूज करो, मेरे पास बहुत टाइम है.
actually I am also want to become an actor. So that's it.
Okay, so Minnie and me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So एक बार आपने बोला था that acting is a seasonal employment. So I am not from Mumbai. I am from the Aligarh Uttar Pradesh. So मेरे
अलीगढ़ से हाँ.
Yeah. So दूसरे सिटी में आना and for an acting and I'm doing also a job. So मतलब कभी बीच में आपके पास काम नहीं होता है तो काफ़ी गैप होता है, तो उसमें मतलब आपका मन करता है यार क्या हम कर रहे हैं लॉन्ग में आके इतना दूर, तो उसके लिए मैं हम क्या कर सकते हैं?
ये आपने कहाँ पढ़ा? मैंने बोला सीजनल एम्प्लॉयमेंट.
आपके इंटरव्यू में देखा था।
मैंने शायद ये शब्द यूज नहीं किया, but I get what you're saying. Minnie, you want to take this first actually because I think you're the right person.
Yeah.
You're a more regular actor, so I haven't had that context that she's saying.
But
so I understand what she's saying. I'll add on to it.
I'll go to you after this. आप जो कह रहे हैं बिल्कुल सही है. I think मेरा सबसे बड़ा good fortune जो है, मैं इस वक्त कि I have the privilege of choosing when I want to work and what I want to work on and with whom I want to work. For me, the people are most important today. ये 12 साल पहले ना मेरे पास ऑप्शन नहीं था, तो जो मिला मैंने किया शिद्दत से. आज क्योंकि है तो मैं अगर 1.5 साल जैसे मैंने बड़े अच्छे लगते पे काम कर रहा था, उसके बाद मुझे अभी वक्त जो मिला है, I have gone back to becoming a full-time. I'm a full-time parent now. I won't say full-time father because my wife will tell the truth to everyone. But I've gone back to enjoy the joys of what it is to just spend time with your child. We spend a lot of time together. But इस वक्त को मैं I also use. I feel you're not an actor when you're working alone, because you're a storyteller, because you're a creative professional. I feel you have to constantly work. It's like लोगों को लगता है हमारी लाइफ बड़ी अच्छी है, आप जिम जाते हो, घर आते हो, इंस्टाग्राम पे अच्छी फोटोज लगाते हो. उसके पीछे जो होता है ना, मैं आपको थोड़ा सा बताऊंगा. मैं रोज सुबह जल्दी उठता हूँ. आई हैव माय ओन स्पिरिचुअल सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग व्हिच आई डू. सो आई एम अ बुद्धिस्ट एंड आई चांट. मैं गार्डन जाता हूँ और मैं या तो सुबह कुछ पढ़ता हूँ या सिर्फ अपने मन को घूमने देता हूँ. आई मीन आई रैंडमली जस्ट लेट इट फ्लाई, smile at random strangers if they come, but I just spend time with nature. Once in a while I work out. Then the days is either we decide what we want to do with a child, one activity together, and then Janki and I do something together, and then I again do something which is related to my field of work. Either I'm writing, or I am listening to a podcast, or I'm trying to understand how filmmaking, one of my favorite directors or writers. तो अपने आप को बिजी रखो. और बम्बई में ना बिजी रखने के लिए बहुत सी चीज़ें हैं. इफ यू आर एन एक्टर, गो टू द ज़ू.
आपने कहा आप जॉब भी कर रहे हो ना, सो कंटिन्यू. और जो भी आपके जॉब के साथ फिट होता है, टिल यू गेट दैट वन अपॉर्चुनिटी दैट इज वर्थ किकिंग अप योर जॉब फॉर, डोंट लीव इट, बट ट्राई एंड ग्रैब व्हाट यू कैन, छोटा बिट्स, सो इट विल गिव यू अ बेटर आइडिया ऑफ whether you're on the right track, whether you want to continue with your corporate life or you want to be an actor. Ideally, it's best of both worlds.
Isn't it true, Minnie, that the more people you meet, the more inspired you get to do what you really want to do? I mean, sort of,
Absolutely. I think like we have surmised that meeting people when you travel or meeting people, जितने लोगों से आप ज़्यादा interact करोगे, आपको अपने बारे में भी उतना ही समझ में आएगा. Because if you live in a box,
Bubble.
you cannot imagine anything. So it's good to be out working, it just grows you as a person.
Yeah.
एक लास्ट 10 सेकंड में लूँगा सर, अगर आप you don't mind, but I feel this generation, all of you, you're amazing. I wish we had all these opportunities. You're amazing. The only thing you'll have to really fight is today there is so much validation and you live in social media.
Social media, I was going to say
असल
that, yeah.
जिंदगी में ना आप बाहर जाने का वक्त ही नहीं मिलता हमें. तो आपका अगर जॉब भी है, when you leave home and you get there, I'm assuming you're taking public transport, use that time to observe, to listen, dialect सुनो, लोगों को सुनो, बात करो, मराठी समझो. बहुत चीज़ें हैं करने के लिए मुंबई में. Get out of social media for a bit and live life, and that is going to be the greatest challenge for everyone in this room, I feel.
Yeah, I was just going to say that actually, that box, the box of social media, with all its validation and everyone saying, great work guys, amazing, is never going to allow you to grow. So it'll be fantastic to create time outside of social media for
Also-
yourself to grow.
And also as an actor, जितने लोगों को आप ज़्यादा ऑब्जर्व करोगे और इन अ स्टेशन उसके क्वर्क्स क्या है, अपने आँखों को कैसे किसी से बात करते हुए वो यू विल कीप दीज इन योर पॉकेट एंड व्हेन यू आर प्लेइंग अ कैरेक्टर यू विल थिंक ऑफ दैट वन पर्सन कि उसने ऐसे हाथ हिलाया था, मैं वो इस कैरेक्टर में डालूंगी. दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट.
Yeah, I think great conversation. Time's up. We're being chucked out because the next session. Thank you guys. I can see the audience has grown to twice the size as the session has gone on because word must have spread. And thank you for being patient and amazing. Thank you Vaibhav. Thank you Sudeep. Thank you Mini so much. Lovely meeting you for such a long time. Thank you Nakuul for doing this with us. And yeah, picture. Do you want like
Yes,
come ahead and take a picture.
Love that.